Okay. So there is a very simple explanation for why it might be hard for you to be plant-based, why you keep going back to the same old patterns of eating unhealthy foods, eating chips, candy, hot dogs, burgers, all the foods of the world. When I say foods of the world, I'm going to be talking about those foods that are typically deemed as low vibrational and not good for you. And the reason is this. It is because you're always going to be in alignment with who you are. Your body is going to naturally always be in alignment. And so whatever sustenance you are seeking is simply going to be a representation of the state of being that you are actually in. So if you're someone who is living very high stress, working 50 hours a week, waking up watching the news, 5 cups of coffee a day, the children are acting up, your spouse is cheating. Like, if you're someone who is living a very high stress lifestyle, your body is going to be in alignment. The sustenance that is going to seek is going to be in alignment with that. So you're going to want the things that are of the physical world because you're so much in it. You're so much in it. And let's go to the other end of the spectrum, right? If you are a yoga teacher who lives in the mountain and you host retreats and stay in the mountain, it's unlikely that you're gonna want those cheeseburgers and hot dogs and chili cheese fries, all this stuff that is so yummy, right? But it's typically not good for us. Okay, we're gonna forget about things being good or bad because whatever state of being you are in is perfect. We are all representations of God, and you are always going to be in alignment, no matter how it looks. So if you're trying to change something, if you're trying to change the way that you eat, you have to change other parts of yourself to be in alignment. And naturally, that may start to happen. So if you are eating more plant-based foods, more high vibrational foods, you might have to stop drinking, or you might feel the urge to stop drinking and smoking. You might start getting worse reactions from those types of things because they aren't in alignment. When I first went vegan / plant-based, whatever you want to call it, when I first stopped eating meat, fish, dairy, and eggs, my body went kind of crazy. There were so many problems that I was having, but it was simply because I was doing something that was not in alignment with actually the way that I lived my life. But naturally, since I didn't give up, things started to change. I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, and other things. People fell out of my life, the way things go. So a lot of people might have a healing crisis when they begin a journey of being plant-based. But that is an act of love from the body. That is God showing you love because you are bringing yourself towards alignment, becoming the person who can sustain themselves with a plant-based diet. Sometimes you need those cheeseburgers and hot dogs and stuff to supplement the lifestyle that you are living. That's the nurturing that you need. And And a lot of the times that transition isn't pretty, so people quit. They stop because they think something's wrong. But what actually happens, everything you know, is the body, the spirit, the soul, it's one. We are spiritual having a physical experience. So when you're starting to change and you're having a healing crisis, the more scientific physical explanation of that is that your body is ridding itself of waste, mucus, acid, all the things that it needs to get rid of so that you can have a pleasant experience in the new ways of eating that you actually are wanting to eat. So that is just the simple reason why you might feel like being plant-based isn't working for you. It's not that it's not working for you. It's just that it might be working on you and you need to change other things. So you want to stop eating a certain food. Don't think of it as bad. Think of it as something else in your life and your spirit that needs to change. Maybe you need to turn off the news in the morning. Maybe you need to stop digging into celebrity drama, and it will be easier to put that piece of fried chicken down. It will be easier to say no, I'm good to the chili cheese fries. It's not good or bad, it's just who you are, and it is who you need to be. And it might change. I'm not a fortune teller, but I know that for me right now, my current ways of eating are what is pleasurable for me right now. And at one point it really wasn't. It was really not the ways. But there were so many other things that I wanted to change and get to that it kind of just went together really well. And yeah, right now I don't eat meat, fish, eggs, dairy. I likely won't eat meat, dairy again, but I might eat some fish again. I might eat chicken. I might even eat meat if that aligns with who I am somewhere else in a different timeline. But right now, I know what I went through, and I started doing research on why this happens, what's going on, and I like looking at things from a physical and spiritual perspective. So physically and spiritually, you need to be in alignment, and your body's always going to do that no matter what. If you're having problems, it's because something else needs to change. And that's why it might be hard for you to be plant-based. All right, that's the word for today. Peace.